When scientists conduct experiments, they follow a strict protocol. If anything goes wrong, there are safety protocols to follow. But what happens when those safety protocols fail? Today we're going to look at a science experiment that almost ended lives due to radiation. In 1957, a horrible nuclear accident occurred in Russia. A scientist named Vladimir Volkov was working on a new type of radiation detector. To do this, he needed a large amount of radioactive material. His colleagues advised him to use radium, but he wanted to use something more powerful. So he decided to use 226 grams of cesium chloride, which is 30 times more radioactive than radium. This cesium was highly contaminated and not contained within the crystal lattice. The safety protocols at the institute were completely overwhelmed. The scientists in the lab were wearing regular lab coats and were not shielded from the radiation. One scientist even had a Geiger counter in his pocket, which clicked so fast it broke. Within an hour of working with the cesium, half of the scientists in the lab were dead. The experiment was supposed to last 2 hours, but it was stopped after only 45 minutes because the radiation was so strong. But this is where things get even crazier. After the experiment, the scientists wanted to see if they could still use the cesium for other experiments. They put the cesium in a lead box and sent it by train to another institute, but the next day the train conductor opened the box to take out the lead, and he was met with a white cloud of radioactive material. The cesium had leaked out of the container and spread throughout the train. He quickly closed the box and called his superiors. But by then, some of the cesium had already leaked out of the box and into the ground. This cesium cloud spread across Russia, contaminating the soil and water. People who lived near the train tracks or drank from the contaminated water sources developed severe radiation poisoning. Some of them died within weeks. Others died years later from cancer. In total, 28 people died from this accident, but the strange thing is, no one knew it at the time. All of the deaths were attributed to other causes. It wasn't until years later that the government finally admitted what had happened. This accident led to major changes in how radioactive materials are handled in Russia. But what can we learn from it? No matter what experiment you're doing, safety should always come first. Even if you're a scientist, it's not worth risking your life for a little science experiment. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other videos about crazy science experiments. And if you have a suggestion for a future video, leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See ya.